These rocket scientists that come out here trying to be a rocket scientist out here, they need to get their own shit in order before they come out here trying to figure shit out. Please stop. It's irritating as hell, man. Okay, guys. Good morning, Monday morning, y'all. Setting the precedent on the week, man. So it's Monday, and Zach's supposed to be coming to work today, and we'll just see how this week goes, man. You know, I have no idea. I'm kind of, you know, but I'm still in prevent mode. It's 10 minutes after 7 right now. So, and I'm pulling out, y'all see. I talked with Zach yesterday. We texted yesterday, and he's supposed to be coming to work today. So we'll see. If he don't, then I'll have to, that'll probably be, if he don't come to work today, that'll probably be the last nail in the coffin. Not because I want to, but because I have to. So I went into a live yesterday with Shane over there at DLT, and my buddy Elite, and a couple other guys, Tom Dolby, and yeah, it's pretty, you know, I don't ever get on the lives, you know, unless I feel like it. And yesterday, yesterday evening, well, it was pretty fun, man. You know, big shout out to all you guys out there, man. Was in the live with me, man. Pretty cool. I don't know why I don't really like doing lives. I don't know, man. Anyway, it was fun. So today, again, I'm having to, you know, play preventable mode here, and so I got Zach, you know. So first of all, let me explain this right here. So the whole philosophy behind the second trailer and the second truck is, well, at the end of the day, it's not rocket science. I got the second rig, and that's the rig that has a push mower on it. I don't even want a push mower on this trailer. I have, and I probably will again. But the whole purpose of me having somebody out here, one of the main reasons is to do the yards I don't want to do. I mean, that's the truth, man. It ain't anything any more complicated than that. So Zach's got, I got the list here. So Zach's got same as this, right? And what we're gonna try to do is, I got him doing some properties, but let's see, 2 of the properties that he's gonna be doing requires a push mower. Now 3 of them, 3 out of the 5. He's only doing 5, but one of them is kind of big. So, and you got to push the backyard. So what this does, if he can do the list, get to work on time and do the list, and the timing all be good, you know, through the course of the day, then what'll happen is we'll be able to meet at my house. He can put that rig up, and then we'll have one more to do over by where he lives at. And then he'll have a ride home by the mere fact that we're working over there last, and we only have one truck out at that point. See what I'm saying? So I'm doing everything I can that makes sense business-wise to help him get to work. Well, not to work, but home, you know. I can't hardly do any more, you know. So that's where I'm at. It's just simple mathematics, really. But he should be able to do, and it ain't gonna be, and none of the properties that he has are gonna be easy because everything's wet. You know, it's gonna be quite a challenge for him to get all that done. Now, me on the other hand, I'm gonna take the new guy. Well, he's just a 1 day a week guy. I'm gonna take him over to some of the bigger cuts. You know, when I say big cuts, they're 3 acres, you know, something like that. And that's pretty much what he's going to be helping me with. He does not want to be on camera, so sorry. And that's okay. You know, he's only going to be out here once a week. He doesn't want to be on camera right now. And that's okay. And I did, and he does, and he cannot work all day today. You know, he's got a full-time job, so he can't work all day today, but he's going to be able to help me on, you know, a big one or two, and I can kind of get a feel for what he can do and all that. I'm grasping for straws here as far as labor goes. So, and we talked about that in the live last night. It is what it is, man. You know, it's, you know, I'm damn near immune to it. So a couple of the guys was talking about, you know, you could go down to, you know, to the parole board or to the parole office in your local county, and you might be able to get some workers that way. Well, that's a double-edged sword, you know. Because you don't never know what you're going to get, and of course, you know, I don't never know what I'm going to get either way. I mean, you might find the diamond in the rough that's really trying to get that crap together, you know, down at the parole office. But you might open yourself up to a lot more stuff, you know, than what you want, man. Because if they're on parole, then and you know, I'm not saying that they're not good people or whatever, but some of them ain't. Let's just be real, okay? And you don't never know which ones are which. You don't want somebody of the criminal element all up in your business. And then if things don't work out, you know, shit can happen. And you know, because if they lose their job or something, then they may end up going back to prison behind that. And you don't want that kind of retaliatory attitude coming back at you somewhere down the line, you know, because they might, whether it's true or not, they might blame you, the boss, me. Well, man, if you hadn't have fired me, then I wouldn't have got sentenced back to prison, and then that could come back at you. Or you fire them and they can't let it go, then, you know. And it ain't like you're going to be able to go down to the parole office and pick and choose which ones you want, you know, because then you fall into a discriminatory type area, right? So I wouldn't be totally opposed to that, you know, but it would definitely be a last resort, man. Because if you get a guy out here that ain't ready to get right, and you won't know that, see, and he comes out here and he robs one of your customers or whatever, or robs you, well, then what? And I'm not saying that that's what'll happen, but it can happen. But that can happen with anybody, you know. So, you know, it's like, well, I don't know, man. I like the other idea. I think Randall over at Elite was saying, you know, people fresh out of the military, you know, that would be more, well, it'd be a safer bet. Not guaranteed, but a safer bet. I don't know, man. I just don't like to make hardcore decisions this time of the season. The easiest thing for me to do, the most lucrative thing for me to do, the easiest thing for me to do, and the thing that makes the very most sense at this very moment is to get Zach to come to work for the rest of the season. That's what, even if even if I have to go through a little bit of hell. Now, next year, we'll reassess. You know, let me get out of this heat of the summer and get out of this season and get to October, November, then maybe, you know, we can figure some different stuff out. But right now, it's going to be extremely difficult to find somebody to come out here 5 days a week and me have to train them and us get all the properties done. And I know Shane over there at DLT was saying, you know, if you drop some customers and this and that might be what I have to do. But I don't like making those type of decisions in the heat of the summer. Now, of course, I'll do whatever I have to do eventually, right? Because, well, that's what I do. But as long as I can halfway hold on to this bucking horse, you know, then I can maybe manage some kind of way through Anthony coming out here over the weekend and through this guy coming out here on Mondays. I might be able to handle it, right? Because I just don't like to let customers go. Not the good paying customers that, you know, that pay and that they haven't done anything for me to not keep them on as customers. So I'm just well, that's where you got to be. You can't, I mean, to let go of customers at this time of year, if you do that and they ain't done nothing to you for doing that, to make you do that, like they, you know, then that's not a good thing, because you'll never get that customer back. You'll never get them back, because they're going to feel a certain type of way that you left them high and dry in the middle of summer. And rather, I don't like doing people wrong, period, right? Much less my customer or customers that, you know, over time have, been good to me and I've been good to them, and we've had a natural relationship. So, weary about dropping customers because of labor. I'm not saying I won't ever do it, but I have to sit down and be a little more methodical than what I can right now in the heat of the summer. I have to be, because because once that decision is made, then there's a couple things that's going to happen, and it's going to happen really quick. Well, number one is, what's the way to put it? Number one would be, if I do that, then I'm stuck going solo. Okay, stuck. Won't be able to come out of it then, because I'll be done let go of the work, and I won't have enough work to justify having help. Okay, and I won't have enough customers to generate the work to justify having help. So once I go to that mod, then I'm stuck, basically. I mean, I'd be stuck. I would have to be solo no matter what, and I wouldn't be able to have anybody come out here. See, and I will admit that after doing business like this for the last 6 or 7 years, that scares me a little bit. You know, not for my own. I mean, I don't know if "scared" is the right word. It's a lot, you know, and I guess I'm just a little fearful of, you know, being in a situation where it's a mandatory must that I have to do all the properties. Of course, I'd be looking at it from a totally different angle because I wouldn't have as many customers. But I want to be able to sit down with my software and my customer database, and I want to be able to pick and choose what customers I drop. And I got relationships with all my customers. I don't want to drop customers right here in the middle of July, just because I got help that can't come to work. You know, and then that's gonna set me up to where I got to do all these freaking lawns, or else. What if, you know? I mean, there's just a lot of things that, and then once you go that route, there's no coming back from that. I won't be able to go get those customers back. You know. And the hardest thing in this business, other than, you know, the labor issues, is acquiring customers. That's by far the hardest thing out here, by far. And, you know, it's taken me, you know, 15 years to get all the customers that I got. And I guess I would feel like I have, you know, wasted a lot of time if I drop the customers. Now, some are on the cuff of getting dropped anyway, and that's what I'm saying. I would need to be able to sit down and look at the software and be able to really plot out which ones to drop, and not put them in a spot where they are backs on the wall and they got to hire somebody new to start doing their yard in July. That is not cool, man. That's not the way I want to do things. And I know I may have to do something like that if you know, my getting started earlier, and you know, having Anthony work 3 days, and having Katie come out from time to time, and, you know, having this other guy come out. So you know, but we're gonna get started on this one right here, y'all. I gotta kind of watch what's going on, make sure that he understands the mower and all. And yeah, we're gonna do what I gotta do, man. I kick it. All right, y'all. So Zach did show up for work, and we're still having issues, you know. Oh God. You know, I spend a lot of time, and I don't know if you guys do, but I spend a lot of time plotting and planning the routing and everything, right? I mean, it takes a minute to come up with this route to where it's not costing me any more than it absolutely has to. Okay? So I text Zach, you know, well, this morning I left at 7:15 or whatever. And I get in the truck from the first one, and Zach's texting me, so I'm gonna do Kibler's next. When I planned this day, texted him this morning, said just follow the list. Then he went to saying, well, I figured, dude, don't be figuring. Just follow the list, man. I mean, I just don't get it, man. Quit thinking. You don't have to think. Follow the list. So he's wasted gas pulling up to one he ain't even supposed to be at. And time. Not just gas, but time too. I just don't understand, man, why you can't just follow the list. I mean, y'all see the list? Look, dude, I mean, ain't that really, I mean, it ain't in handwriting, it's straight computer print off. Follow the list. Starting with the first one, second one, third one. Don't go to this one into this one. What the hell? It's the craziest shit I've ever seen. It throws the timing all up. He's not. And he's been out here for 4 or 5 years. It's irritating as hell. Don't want you to think at all. Please, don't do that. Just follow the list, man. I do all the thinking. Let me do all the thinking here. He ain't been out here in a week, and he gonna come out here trying to do the thinking. He has no idea what the hell's going on. Because he ain't been out here in a week, and he's, you know, he should already be at his second one halfway done with it. He ain't even got there yet because he's waiting on me to call him back about doing one that is at the bottom of the list. Well, I figured since I was already... Don't... Stop it, man. Stop figuring. Fuck. You would think that somebody that's been off for 6 days would come out here ready to go. And ready to, you know, do the job. Not try to invent more issues. I knew I shouldn't have gave him the whole list. I should have cut it in half and just gave him his part. Because he went from the first one all the way down to, the next to the last one. He just skipped all the ones in the middle. But he's wasting time. Of course, he's going to minimize it. Well, I only wasted, you know, a half a mile of fuel and 5 minutes while I was waiting on you to text me back. We shouldn't even be having a conversation, man. Okay, y'all, so I got the new guy started on this one. This is gonna be a rough week, I can already tell. I mean, I don't even know, there's already issues. I don't even know, you know, I don't even know what my expectations were, so I got an email that Zach was off the route. I got a notice, you know, from the GPS on the truck. He's on a road I've never been on before. And he's saying that I told him to go the fastest way. So he punches it in GPS. Like he doesn't know the area or something. He's born and raised right here. He doesn't even know the area. I like for guys to stay on the same roads, you know, when they're driving the other truck. I like for them to go the same route every time. I don't like for them to change up stuff. Well, Ray's going the fastest route, he said. Well, he wouldn't need to go the fastest route if he didn't pull up over here to this property that I'm at too, thinking he's going to do this one too when it ain't even on, and when it's at the very bottom of the list. When we had a conversation this morning to follow the list. So right now I'm paying for 2 trucks to be here on a $50 yard. So he wouldn't be in a hurry if he ain't wasting time, see, going to the bathroom and spending 15 minutes at the store, you know, after he did one property. I don't know what the hell, man. I don't know, dude. I guess these guys think that, you know, that I just randomly throw a list together. See, they think that I run my business like they run their life, where everything's just chaotic all the time. There's no order, see. And so they just assume things, and they should never do that. There's a reason for everything on the list. There's a reason why this one is next to the last one. Because I was going to do it because it does not require a push mower. I want him on the jobs that require a push mower. This one does not. This one was on the list for me to come and do. And then I was going to go do the 2 big ones. And then the last one was going to be another big one that is on the way here. I was going to do this one, go do the pool company, and then see where he's at and have him meet me at my house. And then me and him could get in this truck and come out here and do these. That was the plan, and I could drop him off at his house so he don't have to pay for a ride to work. See? I mean, you got to get out of your own damn way. I mean, it's crazy, man. Get out of your way. Your own way. You're in your own way. You're blocking yourself from getting a ride home because you want to think. Like I just woke up this morning and threw a bunch of shit on the list. I spent an hour and a half last night for the list for the whole week. Everything for the whole week. Nothing is random here. Nothing. Everything is precise and everything is just like it needs to go down, based on the location, based on the mower that he has on that trailer versus the mower I have on this trailer, based on you know, the density and where they're located at. Everything, and based on where we need to be at the end of the day, based on where we need to be at tomorrow, where we need to be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Everything is based on that. And when you when you come out here and you ain't been out here in a week and you're going to try to defer everything and do things your way, we got a big problem. Because the whole time that he's been sitting on the couch, I've been working, see? And I've been doing the things that I need to do in order for us to be streamlined so we can do the tree job. He's going to mess around with the timing and all, and I'm not going to be able to do the tree job tomorrow. Or it's going to be such a long ass day, and so it's going to cost me more money to run today. Because he wants to think. He wants to drive the way he wants to drive. I don't get it, man. I mean, it's pretty much going to be where he can't, I'm not going to let him drive the other truck. That's pretty much where it's going to get to. It's a shame. I gotta go in and check the GPS to see where he's at, to make sure that he's where he's supposed to be. And if I have to do that, then we got a problem. If I feel the need to do that, then we got a problem. But I do feel the need to do that because of all the backward country shit that's going on. What I should have done is, and I started to do it, was just cut the bottom part of the list off, because see, what he don't understand is I put his yards at the top of the list, and then I put my yards and the ones we're going to meet on at the bottom of the list. So after he does the list, like I told him, after he does 4 or 5 properties, then I was gonna meet him at my house. I'm trying to make it where you don't have to pay for a ride home. But he wants to, I don't understand. I just don't understand. How, tell me, you guys, somebody, please tell me, how simpler can I make it? The text message plain as day this morning was, just follow the list. He did that one, and then he went all the way down and came to this one. Now, how is that following the list? It just baffles the hell out of me. If I tell a guy to do something and I'm paying him, right? Then if it's the wrong thing, he don't have nothing to worry about, because I told him to. I'm not gonna be upset or anything. I might be upset with myself at that point, but I won't be upset with him, because they, you know, did what I asked them to do. But that's not what I'm getting here. You know, I don't need the guys to come out here and start determining what properties is next, when I done spent an hour and a half putting the schedule together for the whole week for the business to make top dollar, optimal efficiency. It's funny that when he's by himself, he seems to always have to use the bathroom, but when he's with me, we don't stop at all. Right? Wasting my energy and my gas to come down here to this street when he didn't have to, and time. So, and then from here, he's going a route that I've never even seen before, because I told him to go the fastest way. The fastest way is the way you always go. not the way that you think is the fastest way. You go the way that you always go. See, these are things that I shouldn't even have. The list thing, him jumping around on the list, and the GPS thing, we shouldn't even be having a conversation about that, man. There's so many other things that are that can come up. These are elementary things. I mean, these are things that we shouldn't even have a conversation about with somebody that's been out here for 3, 4, 5 seasons and doing the same properties. We're not doing anything different. I guess it just bothers me that, you know, that the lackadaisical thing, you know. There's so many things that the guys that come out here could not even wrap their brain around that goes into doing the scheduling for the week. There's more things that it's mind-blowing when you got as many properties as we got. It's mind-blowing. The different things that you have to think about when you are doing the schedule for the week. This schedule today, it looks like it's just for today. But what happens is, whatever we get done or don't get done on this day, on this schedule, affects the rest of the week. So there's always contingencies going in when I'm planning. Like, what if it starts raining? Well, I got a plan for that, right? What if a truck breaks down? Well, there's a reason for that, because, well, if something like that happens that's out of our control, then if you'll just follow the list, then it can run in junction with next week's list or tomorrow's list. We can pick up the slack, see whatever if we got rained or anything. But when you decide on your own to go off to do what you want to do, well, that doesn't help me none, because we're not getting done what needs to get done based on the fuel consumption and the density of where I need you to be. Factored in with, if we don't get done, then we're right on our way tomorrow to be able to do what we don't get done if it rains or if something breaks down or whatever. I don't want to be having to drive way to hell over there, then way back over here, then way to hell back over there. I don't want to have to do that if I don't have to. I can, but I don't want to. That's not how I plan the day, the week. It's not how I planned it. And things come up all the time out here that, well, where you have to, you know, shake up the plan. But the things that usually shake up the plan are outside of our control. Weather, truck, mower breaking down, whatever. The things that he's doing is in our control, and that's what bothers me the most. Okay, y'all. So I just dropped off the part-time guy. You know, he was only going to work about 4 hours today. So I just dropped him off. Now I'm headed down here to, well, I got to help Zach get all these little things in order, so we still got 3 big ones to do. And I mean, if we were pulling up on the big ones right now, it would be after 1 o'clock before we ever got done. So, you know, all right, y'all. So that's a wrap on the day. We ended up getting, well, everything on the list done. Well, and then one, because I'm going to do the last one on the way in. It's real easy. It's in my neighborhood. It's a 60. It's not a big deal. It's 2:30 right now. So we laid the groundwork for the tree job tomorrow. So that's the ultimate goal. Got to get that out of the way, man. And then we'll have to figure out how we're going to do the bushes down there on the $1 Million Street. We might be over there Friday, and I might have 4 people, you know, out here with me. And voila. That's a 60. 15 minutes. Yeah, usually I don't do this when I let Zach do it, but it ain't nothing, man. Ain't none of the yards that bad, man. I mean, they're not hard for me. I just have so many. That's what's freaking hard, y'all. But yeah. So yeah. So hey y'all. So that's a wrap on the day, man. That's it. About 860 bucks, man. It's Ray. And it's Sammy time Monday. See y'all.